What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PTK Blam back with another video. How is everybody feeling today? I am feeling awesome. I am feeling amazing. I do have something I specifically want to talk to you guys about today, but before we get into the actual topic and go any further, I do want to say thank you for the support. You guys have been amazing on the Shop Podcast. Please come check out the Shop Podcast every single Saturday, 6 p.m. live, the best gaming podcast on the weekend, man. If you're a fan of just fun gaming talk, we have a good time. The chat's always lit. Come check us out. As well as if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. You'll see the little GIF on the screen here. Subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. We greatly appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Greatly appreciates the channel, and the videos help be seen. But I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I'm not gonna make this video super long. So I want to go ahead and just dive right into what we're talking about. So obviously it's a brand new week, but the ripple effect from the Xbox purchasing Bethesda deal is still happening. People are still talking about what happened last Monday. We're a whole seven days from there, a whole week away from that news, and it's still at the top of people's list of things to talk about. People are still talking about it. So I wanted to break down a couple things that I noticed about the deal, and some things that I think is going to happen going forward. I've watched a bunch of podcasts since then. I've had going over the information. We've had new news come out. I've kind of let it sit, let it marinate, kind of gone over all of that, and I want to just put it all together in a quick video for you guys. So first things first, when the news came out, I initially was on the side that, okay, you know what, maybe these games are going to stay, they're gonna continue to be on everything. Just the initial reaction. But after rereading everything, sitting down, thinking about it, man, I'll be honest, these games are not gonna be going to Sony or PlayStation at any point. Now, we're talking about future titles, the Starfields, the next Elder Scrolls, the new titles, not the titles that already have established fan bases and ecosystems on PlayStation, like an ESO or like a Fallout 76. Things are, these games that are already currently established on other platforms. But everything going forward, I think, is going to be strictly exclusive to Xbox, because honestly, at the end of the day, $7.5 billion, you just don't spend that kind of money to continue to put these games on other systems or keep things status quo. It doesn't make any sense. So when you think about it, the long game, I know a lot of people are looking short term here. When you look at the long run, this is a case where a $15 subscription is far more valuable than an initial $65 purchase. If you can get people in an ecosystem, they're going to continue to buy games. They're going to continue to invest in your ecosystem rather than just buy one game. You get that quick $65, and they're never going to even look at Game Pass and or the Xbox ecosystem ever again. Xbox wants those hardcore Sony fans. They want to get those guys that say, hey, I'm never going to buy an Xbox product at all. They want those guys in the ecosystem. But the biggest way to do that is to take games away from those guys. This is just business. I'll be honest with you. It sounds ruthless, but it is what it is, because if the shoe was on the other foot, or Amazon or Google had bought Bethesda, they damn sure wouldn't be putting these games on anything else. And we'd all be losing out had Amazon or Google purchased Bethesda. We'd be looking at each other as far as console gamers like, what the hell is happening here? How did we let that happen? So thank God Xbox purchased Bethesda, but I have completely changed my mind in that regard. I think they actually have to. If you want to make Game Pass as attractive as you say it is, and you want it to be this feature Netflix-like product, you got to have, one, a constant stream of games. That's why you go buy a bundle package. They went and bought a bundle. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go buy 1-2 studios. They went and bought a publisher who just happened to have about 8 or 9 studios beneath them. So you go out, you get the amount of studios you need to continue the flow of games. 2, the type of games that those studios own, the IPs, you go grab those too, because if you take them off the other console, now you're essentially forcing those guys to come over and say, hey, look, we may want to take a look at the Xbox ecosystem here. And that's super valuable in the long run, because ultimately they got the bases covered. They got the games on mobile. They got that locked. Everything is on PC day and date. They're super friendly to PC, so that's not an issue. So ultimately, you don't spend that kind of money just to keep things status quo. So I am on the side that they are going to, going forward, I don't think Starfield, the next Elder Scrolls, Doom, Prey, whatever comes after that is going to see a Sony platform at all, unless Game Pass goes to PlayStation, which is never going to happen. That's never going to, Sony's never going to allow Xbox's Game Pass on PlayStation. I mean, that's never going to happen. So anyway, that was the first point I wanted to make about the deal. The second point I wanted to make about the deal is that this is something, and I know people are saying, because recently we just got some reviews, some hands-on reviews for the Series X and the Series X. I don't know about much about the, yeah, I believe it was a Series X mainly. And a lot of it was just BC, so they didn't really get to test any new games. But because these systems are performing so well, the Series X and the Series S, based on what we've seen so far, I think the reason they went out and bought they went out and bought Bethesda as well, is you have to bolster your roster. Think about what people have said last generation about Xbox. Halo, Gears, Forza, Halo, Gears, Forza. Not that being a bad thing, because in my opinion, I'm an Xbox guy. I'm in the Xbox ecosystem because of those games. So to me, it's not that big of a deal. We don't do that to Nintendo fans. We don't say Mario, Kirby, Zelda, with an occasional Smash Bros and Mario Kart thrown in there. They have 10 Mario games a year, but nobody says, hey, that's too much Mario. As well as God of War, Last of Us, and I don't know, so we don't do that, man. We're in the ecosystem for those particular games. But look at the breadth of games that you're getting. Look at the breadth. They covered all their bases. These are the kind of games that Xbox aren't necessarily known for, and or didn't make much of, or weren't very successful last gen. These maybe more mature games, things like that. So they have studios that are capable of making those kind of games, and already have established franchises that millions of people enjoy. So why not go out and do that? So it makes so much sense. And the third point I want to make before I close the video is about there's two other things about this acquisition I think that people are missing. One is going to be Orion. Now, I don't know a ton about that, but essentially it's Bethesda streaming tech. And with xCloud being a big deal for Xbox, any type of new technology, any way to make xCloud a better product, they're going to invest in that. So that's something that really flew under the radar. A lot of people didn't talk about that. I did see some videos, a couple podcasts mention that, but not a lot of people did. So that's one. The second one is a game engine, the ID Tech engine. That's amazing. They're gonna, all their first party studios now are going to have that tech available, have that game engine available to make games. They can all share. On top of the third thing is collaboration. So just the amount of people and studios that can work together now. I mean, people are talking about a Fallout New Vegas 2, because now you got Obsidian as well as Bethesda. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's amazing just to see what could possibly happen. Now, the last point I want to make before I wrap things up is that this is something that we're going to see a ripple effect all throughout this generation. Xbox has set themselves up to have a constant stream of games, constant stream of exclusives throughout the entire generation. This is not 2013 anymore, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Sony does, how they respond, what they do. I'm a gamer at the end of the day. Competition is best for us as consumers, so I'm really happy. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Once again, hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Come hang out on the Shop Podcast. Follow your boy on Twitter as well, so, to keep up with everything going on here with the channel. But once again, let me know what you think. Appreciate you guys. I am out of here. Peace out.